We've all seen the statistics. 20% of small businesses fail in their first year. By year 10, 70% are gone. But the real tragedy isn't the businesses that close, it's the ones that stay open but turn into a high stress prison for the person who started them. Let's talk about David. David had a vision for a premium organic snack brand. He developed a proprietary roasting process for keto friendly nut clusters. The flavors were world class, the branding was sleek, and the market was hungry. His mentors told him this is $1 billion exit waiting to happen. But 6 months after the launch, David wasn't an entrepreneur, he was a ghost. At 3 a.m., he was at the cold storage facility checking humidity levels. By noon, he was on the factory floor because the vacuum sealer had a glitch that only he knew how to bypass. By the evening, he was arguing with a third-party logistics provider about why a shipment to a major retailer was delayed. He didn't own a snack brand, he was a technician, a mechanic, and a clerk. He started the business for freedom, but he ended up with 100 different bosses, his distributors, his raw material suppliers, and his retail buyers, all screaming for his attention at once. This is the E-myth, the entrepreneurial myth. It is the fatal assumption that because you know how to make a great product, you know how to run a business that sells that product. Creating the recipe is only 10% of the game. The other 90% is building the machine that produces the snack without you, the civil war in your brain. Michael Gerber explains that every business owner is actually three people trapped in one brain, and usually they are trying to kill each other. The entrepreneur, the visionary, this personality lives in the future. They see the brand in every Whole Foods and Tesco on the planet. They look at the big picture and the massive global opportunity. They are the catalysts for change. The manager, the pragmatist, this personality lives in the past. They crave order, systems, and organization. They ensure the inventory is tracked, the food safety certifications are up to date, and the payroll is on time. The technician, the doer, this personality lives in the present. They love the craft, perfecting the spice blend, testing the crunch, designing the bag. Their motto is, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. The problem, most founders are 90% technician. You get so addicted to the doing that the entrepreneur is never allowed to lead and the manager is never allowed to organize. You aren't building a company, you're just a one-man circus trying to play every instrument at once. When the technician is in charge, the business can only grow as large as that one person's physical capacity. Once you run out of hours in the day, the business hits a ceiling. The three phases of business growth from infancy to maturity. Every business moves through a life cycle. If you don't know which phase you're in, you're already losing. Infancy is where the business and the owner are one. If you take a day off, the roasting stops. If you get sick, the marketing stops. Most founders get stuck here forever. They wear the grind like a badge of honor, but it's actually a sign of a structural failure. Then comes adolescence. You realize you're drowning, so you hire a few warehouse workers or an assistant. But because you're a technician, you don't actually train them, you just dump work on them. When they inevitably mess up a batch or mislabel a pallet, you scream, "Forget it, I'll just do it myself." You take the work back and the cage gets even smaller. You're now doing the work and managing people who aren't doing the work. The goal is maturity. A mature business is designed from day one to work without the founder. It is built on systems, not heroics. Maturity isn't about the age of the brand, it's about the mindset of the owner. The franchise prototype, the McDonald's secret. The secret to scaling a physical product isn't harder work, it's franchise thinking. You must build your business as if you were going to open 1,000 identical production facilities, even if you only ever want one. Look at McDonald's. They don't have the best chefs in the world, they have the best system. They can take an 18-year-old with zero experience and through a series of precise manuals and automated workflows, have them produce a consistent result every single time. If your snack brand requires your specific touch to be high quality, you are the bottleneck. You are the reason the company won't scale. A real business is a machine made of integrated parts that produces a predictable result whether you're in the office or on a plane to a board meeting. You need to stop being the secret ingredient and start being the one who writes the global recipe book. Working on your business versus working in your business. The most important shift you will ever make is moving from working in your business to working on your business. Your job isn't to roast the seeds anymore. Your job is to build the system that roasts the seeds. You need to be the architect, not the bricklayer. This starts with SOPs, standard operating procedures. If you can't write down exactly how a task is done, from sourcing the organic clusters to managing the retail supply chain, so that an average employee can do it 80% as well as you don't own that task, it owns you. When you have a playbook, you move from being the star player to being the coach. The coach doesn't run onto the field, they manage the strategy from the sidelines. the 7-step blueprint to global scaling. To turn your craft project into a scalable global machine, you must follow this hierarchy. Primary aim: define exactly what you want your life to look like. The business must serve the life, not the other way around. If you want a life of global travel and impact, you cannot build a business that requires your physical presence in the factory 24/7. This step is about setting the soul of the company so that every system you build aligns with your personal freedom. Strategic objective: what does done look like? Set the specific revenue numbers, the target EBITDA, the number of retail doors, like 5,000 locations, and the specific profit margins. You need a clear finish line so you're not just running in circles. This objective acts as the North Star for your management team, allowing them to make decisions without asking for your permission every 5 minutes. Organizational strategy: build an org chart for the company you want to have in 5 years. Fill the boxes with roles like head of supply chain, quality assurance, global sales, not names. In the beginning, your name might be in every box, but the goal is to replace your name in one box at a time until you're only in the board member or CEO box. This provides a roadmap for hiring, ensuring you hire for the position, not for the person. Management strategy: create the operations manual. This is the holy grail. It's a living document that tells anyone exactly how the business runs. It should be so detailed that if you disappeared tomorrow, the business wouldn't skip a beat. This manual covers everything from how a vendor is vetted to how a customer complaint is handled on social media, removing human error and replacing it with systematic excellence. People strategy: hire people who are excited to follow your system, not creative geniuses who want to change it. You want people who find comfort in the order and predictability of a well-run machine. Your goal is to build an environment where ordinary people can produce extraordinary results because the system they are working within is flawless. Marketing strategy: understand exactly who your customer is and what they crave on a psychological level. It's not about the snack, it's about the promise the snack makes to the customer: health, status, or convenience. Your marketing system should be a repeatable engine that generates leads and sales without you having to manually hustle for every single retail contract. System strategy: constantly oil the machine. This is where you look for bottlenecks, automate the mundane, and innovate the core processes. You move from putting out fires to preventing them before they even start. This is the final stage where the business becomes a self-improving entity that grows in value every day, regardless of your personal input. Hustle is a temporary engine, but system is a permanent path. If you're still grinding 80 hours a week 3 years into your brand, your business is broken. It's time to stop being the technician and start being the entrepreneur. Build a business that can be sold. Build a business that can be scaled. Build a business that allows you to breathe.